Labor Day, we have already seen both the East Tennessee State Buccaneers and the Tennessee Volunteers earn their first wins of the season, and here to recap those games and to look ahead at the rest of the season for both programs is News Channel 11 Sports Director Kenny Hawkins. Hey, Hawk.
What's going on, man?
Oh, man, it's football season. Everything's going on.
It is. That's right. Finally kicked off. Let's do the thing.
All right, let's talk about East Tennessee State first because they came out very workmanlike, took care of business, won 44-10. And it was just, I hate to say it, kind of a vanilla performance.
It really was. I mean, it's like taking the best-looking girl to the dance, but you can't dance. Okay, that's kind of what it was last night. They did what they needed to do, and that was beat Mars Hill just like they did in 2018. But there are some things with this ETSU team that kind of worried me a little bit.
Yes.
As you mentioned, keep in mind it is their first game.
It is their first game.
The offensive line, I think, has to get better. They allowed 3 to 4 sacks on Tyler Rydell. You can't have that throughout the season. The first touchdown by Jacob Saylor, I thought that was more of Saylor. Don't get me wrong, they did a good job blocking, but I think that had a lot to do with the speed from that standpoint. Now,
he got some good blocks on the outside from his receivers, too.
Yeah, he did. And, of course, it will have to get better as they get ready to take on the Citadel in their next contest. Obviously, you're going to go up against that triple option. I think the defense was pretty sound last night. At times they bent, did not break. They'll have to do that again against the Bulldogs.
Huzzy and Mike Price were doing the job in the backfield, in the defensive backfield for them last night. I mean, during that game on Thursday night, they did a fantastic job as far as the pass defense. They did sometimes the receivers, especially the tight end for Mars Hill, would sit down in the middle of that zone, and he would be wide open, and the quarterback got the ball to him whenever they needed to. But other places they played really well. Yeah,
it was a Huzzy type of night.
It was.
I mean, on the offense you had the Huzzy who was catching touchdowns, and then on the defense you had the Huzzy who's playing the defensive backfield and also running back kicks, and he almost ran one back and picked 6. So it was a Huzzy type of night. Both of these guys have to have
big nights.
Big nights.
You got the law firm of Sailors, Huzzy, and Rydell, and if you go to court with them, you're going to win some ball games.
You're going to win some ball games. Don't forget that Hawkins. He's trying to get in a partnership too.
All right. Well, let's switch gears and head down to Knoxville because they took on Ball State from Indiana. Did a great, the score, you look at it, it's a blowout, but it was kind of just there.
What offensive coordinator calls a triple option halfback pass or whatever it was on the first play of the game with 92,000 on the road? Who does that?
And I'm going to tell you something. It was a pick the whole way on this very first play. Look at this.
Look, I could have intercepted this.
Pick.
The only problem about it, he should have scored.
I'm old, you're old, we're slow. We could have made that pick.
We're not. We ain't old, we ancient. Okay, that's older than old. And then, of course, the touchdown to Hyatt.
Yes.
First play interception, first play on offensive touchdown for Tennessee. Katie barred the door because I thought they were going to take off. But they kind of sputtered a little bit. A little bit, they had a field goal next, and then they scored a next touchdown. Late in the second half, they kind of got things going. There you see Hendon Hooker. He ran in 2 touchdowns last night. Had a pretty productive day, albeit there were some throws that he threw a little high. Luckily, he's got tall receivers. Usually that's because either you're tired or you're throwing off your back foot. We know he's not tired, so he had to be throwing off his back foot.
He was Hendon Hooker doing Hendon Hooker things. I mean, he passes for 2, he runs for 2. They got to have that kind of production out of him every game, especially when they get into SEC play. And they've got a huge game coming up against Pittsburgh.
Big game.
I think the rest of the season kind of hinges on that game.
We're going to find out about Tennessee this weekend against Pittsburgh. Of course, last night West Virginia had Pittsburgh beat. The Panthers were able to come back late in the contest and win this contest. This is a game I thought last year Tennessee should have won. Should have, could have, would have. Had too many penalties and threw the ball, too many interceptions. They've got to clean that up. If they clean that up and beat Pittsburgh on the road, they'll be ranked in the top 25 the following week.
I think one thing that impressed me out of Tennessee last night was that stable of running backs that they have. I mean, I don't think you get a whole lot of fall off from Jabari Small onto the other guys right and those other guys. I think you could turn around and hand the ball to any of them, you're going to get the same kind of production.
Yeah, and when you take a look at Wright, he kind of gets lost in the shuffle. It's Jabari Small's show.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it is.
But he's got some backups like Wright who can come in and give him a breather from time to time. But maybe their best running back on this team is the guy under center.
Yeah.
And we saw him score 2 touchdowns from about 5 yards out last night.
When he makes a decision to cut it up and go upfield, he makes that decision in a split second. He usually 99% of the times makes the correct decision.
And he's a big kid. If you're a linebacker or defensive back, you don't want to see Hendon Hooker coming after you.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he's not Cam Newton big, but he's a pretty big quarterback. I mean, you don't want to have to tackle him in the open field.
And I did like that one last touchdown they had with, I think Milton was in there, when he kind of threw it on the run and hit the guy in the end zone just wide open. He threw that running away, throwing it against the grain.
Who's that again?
Milton.
Who again?
Milton.
Milton, where you been? You show up in your second season.
He put a dime on that touchdown.
Yeah. I think he really only missed one throw. He had a guy in the back of the end zone and overthrew him. Other than that, he looked good.
Looking forward to the rest of the season. Hawks, thanks for being here.
Thanks, man.
All right.